We are standing in Tattlesquare Park, which is one of the oldest public city parks in the nation. It's the 26th oldest public city park in the nation, according to the Trust for Public Land. First formed in 1823, later named in the 1850s. Early park. Friends of Tattlesquare Park formed just a few months ago because we saw this park as the gem of the downtown area, the place in the corridor which is our common living room space. And not only a living room space for the neighborhoods around here, but a living room space that connects us with generations past and generations in the future. And so we wanted to make sure that this park was beautiful as we could make it. The grant will represent the largest planting of trees in Tattlesquare Park in just about 100 years. 100 years ago, in 1913, a group just like Friends of Tattlesquare Park was created, and they transformed the park into a gorgeous modern park, and they planted hundreds of trees in the park. And this grant, for the first time in 100 years, represents another large planting because many of these older trees are dying or distressed. I've spoken with 80, 90-year-old men and women who remember from their youths climbing trees in Tattlesquare Park. I could actually name the trees in Tattlesquare. I spoke to another woman in the 1950s who remembered climbing trees in Tattlesquare Park. This tree right in back of me, I spoke to somebody on the playground here who remembered climbing this tree in 1990s, and my child climbs the tree now. The Night Challenge grants, it helps tie people together. It gets neighbors talking with neighbors, and then not only tying them together, but also giving them sustenance so that they can actually live. And so, you know, we have all sorts of plans in Friends of Tattlesquare Park. And when the Knight Foundation came along and said, here is money for your vision, it means that 100, 200, 300 years from now, little children are going to be climbing the trees that we plant. And just as we think of the people who planted them back in 1914 when we climb these trees, just as we're communicating with them, even if we don't know it, so too will our children and our children's children, you know, children that we don't know, children that we'll never live to meet, will gain the benefit of what the Knight Foundation grant has created.